want you to open this door right now before I come.
What's up, Doc? Is there any particular reason why you wanted to tear down my door, Dr. Hayward?
Call it unfinished business.
Concerning what, exactly?
I'll get to that after you invite me in. By the way, Anna, nice towel.
You sick, vindictive bastard. Don't you ever stop? I mean, what is wrong with you? Now you're trying to discredit Joe Martin? You can't break up Tad and me, so you just decide to go after Joe?
All right, why don't you try to calm down?
Listen, I know that any complaint that you have against Joe Martin cannot be real because, unlike you, he takes responsibility for his actions.
Well, obviously you don't know what you're talking about, Dixie. The man jeopardized a patient's life today. Now, I'm sure it was an honest mistake, but yes, it did happen.
No, the only mistake here is you. Joe is the most competent, dedicated doctor at that hospital, unlike yourself, who happens to be self-serving
save your breath,
and
okay?
malicious.
Jake already listed my faults.
Well, and you're just gonna lean back and live up to him, aren't you?
Can we talk about this someplace else, please?
Are you serious?
Well, you came here to have this out with me, right? Can we at least discuss it in my room?
I don't think I will be going in your room ever again in my entire life.
Do you want to continue it in here?
Anna, look, this really isn't your concern, okay? So...
Maybe not, but I'm getting a bigger picture of you.
Look, this isn't the appropriate time.
Just please, carry on.
Great,
Don't mind
thank you.
me.
I really appreciate it. Listen, I just want to know one thing, and that is why you're doing this. Is it ambition again? I mean, is it because you just hate the Martins so much?
Can you please just try to keep this calm?
No,
please.
I'm not going to be calm until you agree to drop this complaint against Joe.
It's over, Dixie. Joe's job is secure, all right? For now.
You better not be lying to me again.
I am not lying to you. I'm surprised the Martin Network didn't fill you in.
Well, why don't you just tell me what happened?
Jake momentarily outmaneuvered me.
And that's all you're going to tell me?
What else do you want to hear? The Martins' world is rock solid again, all right? You should be happy.
Well, you think that just erases everything that you did?
I only did what I felt my conscience told me to do.
Well, that would be a first for you, wouldn't it?
I had Joe's interest and the interests of the hospitals in mind. That's it.
Why don't I believe you?
Well, you know something? As a matter of fact, you're right. There was another reason.
Ah, here we go. There always is with you.
And this time it was you, Dixie.
You tried to get Joe fired because of me. That's kind of a stretch, isn't it?
Look, I know how much you admire Joe, Dixie. And I know how devastating it would be for you to see his career end up in multiple malpractice suits.
You know, forget it. You should just stop this, because there's no way that I'm going to believe that Joe is incompetent.
I'm not saying that he's incompetent. It's my belief that his age and his health are contributing factors to his poor judgments. You weren't there in the ER with him, Dixie. I was. The man made a judgment call that nearly cost a patient his life. And the hospital millions of dollars, I might add.
How come you're the only one that's saying this?
Well, excuse me. It is my area of expertise.
Which is also your opinion.
No, it is not my opinion.
You want
we have
to
the
start
EKG
questioning
readings.
Joe's ability to run the hospital.
No, I want Joe to wake up, okay? I mean, the man has a lot of pride and a great career behind him, but he is an accident about to happen.
I don't buy it.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Jake couldn't see it either. Like you, he's too close.
No, you're so full of it. This has nothing to do with saving Joe and everything to do with promoting yourself.
That is not true. But I'm sure it's a hell of a lot easier for you to think the worst of me than to think that Joe is possibly failing.
No, you're the one that's the failure here. Because every time you try to be a decent human being, you fail. Excuse me.
Sorry you had to hear all that.
Oh, it's fascinating.
What?
You're still in love with her, aren't you? I'm not asking for any details of you and Dixie. It was just an observation. I couldn't help but notice all that passion.
So you're not going to grill me for attacking the town's resident saint?
Nah.
sister is very fond of Joe Moore.
My sister's more sentimental than me. But then you already know that, or else you wouldn't be here.
I'm learning more about you every day, Anna.
So, Joe's been in power a long time.
Too long.
And you want to replace him?
So what about my tactics?
Brutal. But effective.
You're not offended?
Survival of the fittest, isn't it?
It's the way of the world.
Yeah. And why are you so cowed by Dixie?
I'm not.
That's not what I saw. She shook her finger and her blonde locks at you, and you couldn't explain yourself fast enough. Now, that's quick work for a little housewife.
That's enough.
What?
Don't you dare condescend to Dixie. You hear me?
Well, that was unexpected. Your devotion to Dixie. I think it's charming.
Anna, just let it go.
No, I plan to. But what about you? Maybe it's not under your control.
Can we please just change this subject?
Oh. It's more to you than you let on.
Is this the spy in you talking?
If you like.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're drawn to puzzles, right?
Well, that depends.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm going to probably disappoint you. I'm not a man with hidden depths. I mean, pretty much everything is right there on the surface. Ambition, pride.
Dedication.
Yeah, you can certainly add that.
Is that why you carry that bag everywhere?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you're hardly the kindly country doc, are you?
Well, better to be prepared for whatever comes my way, right?
Don't like to feel helpless, huh? God, I bet you're a bad loser.
Never happens.
And when it does, there's always sex, isn't there?
Please don't tell me that you were offended that I nearly knocked down your door.
No. I like it.
Come on, don't stop.
I have to.
Why?
I have an appointment.
Oh, really? We'll skip it.
I can't.
So is this just a preview?
Oh, no promises, David. Why don't we just keep our options open, huh?
I'm game.
Yeah. You made that very clear.
I'll stop by again.
I'll be expecting you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, she's expecting something, all right. What?
All right, David. Let's see where you disappear to.